You guys are right next to each other. You could be together, but there's just something neither of you guys are seeing. You know? Like there's just something in your blind spot that's blocking reunion. And don't drive yourself crazy, okay? Don't. So let's look at each counterpart, okay? Let's look at this. So first we have Divine Feminine. All right, they are in their Empress energy. Look at this. Look at this. Healing, self-love. In my opinion, the Empress card isn't just someone who deals with unconditional love. I feel like they are a source of unconditional love. They bring new light codes of unconditional love into the world. So the Empress here shows that the Divine Feminine is in their power. In your full power. But still in the dark about a lot of things. She's really come out the other side of a incredibly painful tower moment. This was a lot. This was really bad. Like whole house on fire bad, you know? And whether it's something physical you lost in your life, or if it was just the illusion of people you thought had your back and didn't, whatever it is, it was really, really, really brutal, you know? And this guy looks like he's just been through so much. He's what else could happen, really? Could anything else happen? I don't know. But the Divine Feminine has been working on bringing back the light and love in his life after he got out the other side of this tower, you know, using gender loosely here. So I'm going to switch pronouns. But the Divine Feminine is recovering and really giving herself love and color therapy, go out in nature. You're going to be gaining energy little by little every day. You're just trying to, I would say this could be a mental breakdown. It was really bad. It almost took you out. Divine Feminines out there. It almost took you out. And, you know, you're healing. It's happening. It's happening, right? And you're gaining energy and you're learning to love yourself and you're being creative and you're really caring for you in whatever way you need it. And you're not trying to explain it to people or feeling embarrassed about it or anything. You are really loving you because you survived this. You've realized you just kind of hit this point where you know you deserve everything. You hadn't been feeling worthy, and then this happened, and it totally just destroyed your entire reality. And now you're just trying to rebuild, you know, and you're working on it. You're getting there. You really are. You really are getting there. Every day is a little bit easier than the one before it, you know. You're getting there, all right? And this is a slow process. It really is. So take your time, focus on you, you know, this. Think of it like you're rebuilding from scratch. Even if you didn't actually lose anything, mental health wise, whatever, you are rebuilding from scratch. You are healing because this was awful and I'm sorry. Okay. The next phase, Divine Feminines are heading towards Hangman and Five of Pentacles. So I feel if you are thinking, oh, I've come out the other side, I've overcome, I feel better, my Divine Feminine, it would be great. It would be great if my counterpart showed up. That would be awesome. Where you at, DM? You know? And I feel you're going to be checking your phone, you can feel it coming, you know, but you're still really overwhelmed by this whole tower situation. You're really overwhelmed by it, you know? It just turned around just now, you know? You just started realizing that you were okay. You're okay, you know? And you need to heal from this. You need to heal from this. You need to take your time. You are not ready to give to a partner because you're not healed from this. You're not healed, so you're going to keep healing, and I asked for a time frame because I'm starting to learn that you need to be specific. So I pulled these cards for what the divine feminine needs to prepare for. So you need to rest because you've been really overwhelmed. So prepare for rest, prepare for downtime. And I know you're like, I've already gone through all the downtime. Why? But you need this, okay? You need this. Think of it like the universe is putting you in a little safety bubble so that you can recover. All right? Safety bubble. Yay. So this, I asked the time frame, but I didn't say when it would start. I said the slowest divine feminines. How long is this phase going to go? All the way to the slowest moving ones, or the people that are on the very last wave of this cycle. 3 months. So it's going to happen and it's going to be perfect timing in your life, but expect this healing thing at the longest to be within the next 3 months, and then you're going to move on to your next phase. I'm not saying it's reunion. I'm saying this is how long this phase of healing is going to last. And then in the next, whenever this changes, you should definitely check in to see what's next for you. But on your journey, also notice the perfect timing in your life when things just lined up perfectly and you're like, what are the odds? How is that happening? Or you walk in a building right as someone walking out and they hold the door for you. Little things like that too, because it'll remind you that even though you're held up, you are being divinely guided. Your life is in divine timing or perfect timing, so it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Relax. This kind of calms me down because I'm I'm not ready. I have so much more to learn. It just got peaceful. So enjoy the peace. Enjoy the peace because you deserve it, because you survived this. Rock on. Okay. Divine masculines. Hey, how's it going? Divine masculines. You are in the Queen of Swords energy. So you are learning to set them boundaries. You are free. I feel like you cut free of something. It was a lot to break free from, but you made it through, right? You're still in pain from it, but you are free. You are free. You are in the sunshine. You got your money. You are working it, right? You're claiming confidence back. You're really working on loving yourself and being proud of who you are, because this, whatever you broke free from, has really broken your heart and stabbed you a bunch of times. And it's gonna take time. Pentacles is slow energy, but you are letting this go. You're cutting it out. Look, you already pulled one of the, I feel like there were 4 swords in there, and that's the 4th one. You already pulled one out. You're making progress. Look at that. Oh my gosh. There were 4 swords and now there's 3. You really did a lot of healing. And you're like, Chelsea, this doesn't even matter because I've got 3 more swords. And I'm like, I know. And I know you feel like you're going the slowest ever. But you are literally, look at this crown. Look at this crown. It's made of puzzle pieces. I don't know if you can see that. It's made of puzzle pieces. This is how someone really didn't just rip this crown off of this queen. They shredded it into tiny little pieces, and she had to pick each piece up and put it back together and find a place for it and make it new. And that's what you're doing. And that takes a long time. Think of this crown as your entire reality, your heart, your soul, everything you had tied to this shattered, And I feel like the Empress is over here oh yeah, living my life, but in darkness because she doesn't know anything going on with the DM. Nothing. She's got all this going on, but no clue, totally in the dark, right? And here's the DM over here, chilling in that same darkness, ghosting. See all the smoke? The divine feminine's is DM even still in this? What happened? So firmly setting boundaries. But You need this because you need to go in and find yourself and be proud and see the good that you are in the world. Not the good things you do for other people, but the goodness that you are, you know? And this will heal. It sucks. It sucks. I feel you, Divine Masculines. This sucks. But like, this is deep trauma that you have gone into full-on hermit mode, working with your guides, really learning things about yourself. And once you are there, once you've gotten all the pieces of your crown together and got it back on your head and you're feeling in your power, the truth will come to life. You will feel compelled to find your divine feminine and at least explain what's going on. Like, you have secrets you've been hiding from your divine feminine, essentially. Like, you've been hiding from her. And there's a very good reason for it. Divine feminines, there's a very good reason for it. And it might be different for different people, but generally, this is like, it's like they were a person, you know, and they were just living their lives. And then they met you, right? They met you. And it totally shattered their entire reality of who they were, what they were expected to do, what was possible. Just completely fell to pieces all around them, you know. And I feel like they're going through a rebirth transformation. It's very dark. It's like their entire reality just died. Not in a bad, like, that sounds terrible, but like, everything they knew just disappeared like smoke, and you brought the truth. And the truth is painful sometimes. It really is. It brought a lot to surface, you know, so they needed to go into the dark. They got to do this hermit mode thing because they're going to come out into their willing to accept reality as it is, you know. Something, I think you revealed something about themselves that they had been ignoring or putting off to the side or justifying, or maybe it was in their blind spot and they had no clue it was even a possibility, you know. And you just made it so obvious, you know, when someone points something out to you and you just can't unsee it. Like, that's what the divine feminine did for the divine masculine. The divine feminine showed up and was like, funny, I noticed this. And they're like, whole life is changed because this one part of themselves they never knew existed, and the divine feminine just noticed it right when they first met. And like, I feel like they've just never been so seen before. Just never. No one's ever truly looked past the confidence and the charisma and saw them for who they truly were. And that scared them a whole lot. It scared them a whole lot because they're used to being the smartest person in the room. People don't catch them off guard. Like, they're the Queen of Swords. DM, you're the Queen of Swords. You're a badass. You're intelligent. You have it together. You can see a higher perspective, you know. And like, look at all this smoke. I feel like you just got smoked, you know. Like divine feminine came in here and was like, oh hey, and it was just like, burn, you know. And like, not that the divine feminine was saying anything bad. Like, since it's two women here, I would say, like, say one secret is one didn't know they were into women, and the other one just came over and flirted, and they were like, what the heck, I don't like women. Reality shattered. You can't unsee it, people. You can't unsee it. You can't go back. Once you realize your sexuality might be different than you thought it was, that really like shatters a whole huge, like your whole reality is just smoke. You're like, wait a minute. How did she know this about me immediately and I didn't? I know everything about myself. I'm the Queen of Swords. You know, and the Empress wasn't even doing anything. She was just existing and was like, oh, she's cute. I'm going to go flirt with her, you know? It doesn't have to be a gay theme, but I just feel like whatever the Empress saw was something that the Queen of Swords was hiding from everyone, or was just completely oblivious of herself. And it really shattered everything. It really did. Like, she had to totally just like, I feel like instead of her heart, this was her reality. And she's like, no, I had it all figured out. And then I met her and now it's all crap. You know? Not in a bad way. Like, it was definitely something that they needed to realize. It was gonna shatter their world no matter what. And they were the ones manifesting the truth in their life, and boy, did they get it. Boy, did they get it, you know? And I just don't feel like they expected it to go like that, because I feel like divine masculines know how to work a situation to their benefit. They know how to stay control. They know how to, like, they got it, you know? People don't, I want to say surprise. People don't know more than them. How do I explain that? Like, I feel like this divine masculine specifically notices a lot and has it all under control and overthinks a whole freaking lot, right? And I am a divine feminine that overthinks, but Queen of Swords, whoo, yeah. So, like, you realize this thing about yourself and you were like, I don't like this. Or the divine feminine saw something that the divine masculines were trying to suppress or hide. And they didn't like it. They didn't like it because they got to be in control, you know? And, like, they don't like being seen. They're the ones that are always hiding, you know? So they're dealing with that right now. And it's like it shattered their world, but they're coming back from it. They're coming back from it. They're seeing how it was for their greater good and how they're actually a more whole and complete person with this knowledge, you know? But it really rocked their world. So this card is really about, okay, so Six of Pentacles for me personally has become a card about reflection and appreciation of yourself at different points in your life. Like, really looking at younger you and just showing gratitude. Like, these pentacles is just like, thank you. Thank you for the hard work you did to get me to where I'm at. Thank you for always fighting for me and never giving up. I promise I'm going to carry you into the future. And she's like, thank you for not forgetting about me, for not forgetting about what I put into this, you know? And it's like really looking over her journey and like trying to find gratitude instead of like being hard on yourself. Lots of self-love, lots of self-love. Like, this is like family love, but you're loving yourself, different parts of yourself, like different parts of your family. And that is really a beautiful lesson to learn. And when you need to learn, it's a really deep lesson of loving oneself. It's really masterful. You are mastering the art of truly appreciating and you're loving yourself. And I feel like the DM only knows how to do this because of the divine feminine. Okay? Like, the divine feminine gave them the representation for how to best love themselves, you know? And because they're in this like me time love thing, they aren't really into the celebrations. They don't even like want to leave the house. They're just working on themselves. Like, nothing in life really compares to this journey of self-growth. Like, I feel like they're going through the motions until they can hurry up, get done with work, get done with whatever parties they have to go to, and like go journal or meditate or go look at the stars. You know, like, they're on this healing journey that is incredibly painful, but it is the most incredible journey they've ever been on, and nothing compares. Nothing compares to it. So they're working on this. Some have been working on it for a while. Some have just started. It was really complicated for me to get a reading on a timeline because I was like the longest ones, and it was giving me a bunch of like BS answers like take action, perfect timing. Like, no, I want to be real. So I got 2 cards in timing, and I think it's a time range. So in the near future, which I read as within the next few months, like I feel like these 2 cards are basically the same, but that's just my own interpretation. So it depends on how quickly how long they've been healing already, and how much further they got to go. So just keep doing the healing journey. So 3 months to a year from now on the DMs that are just starting on this healing journey. So it could be in the next 3 months. It could be a year from now. I'm just trying to be realistic so nobody gets their hopes up too quickly. But know that the DM is really putting their heart back together and really loving themselves for who they are. Not who everyone expects them to be, but who they actually are. Okay. And Divine Feminines, you're killing it. You're already ahead of the game. Like, look at this. Look at this crap. Look at this. Okay, final message. Don't worry. This is all working so you can have the best reunion ever. I know the delays suck. Like when I'm a fan of video games, and when a video game gets delayed, you're disappointed. But I appreciate delays because that gives them to hone the game and make it even better so that when it does release, I have an even better experience. So the wait will be worth it. Whether it's a few months, a year, more than a year, wherever you're at on this journey, you're going to be glad there were delays. Weird thing to say, but okay, yeah. You're going to look back and you're going to be glad because you're going to get the best possible relationship. Keep healing, guys. Relax. Enjoy the holidays. I hope you have a good one.